As we have both teams please line up in the respective blue lines.
Here come Vern, Sue, and Wayne.
Would everyone please stand? We'd like all gentlemen to please remove your hats. Join us in the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CPHS Channel 6 and tonight's high school hockey game between the Port Huron Northern Huskies and the Port Huron High Big Reds. I'm Ken Fenner along with Marty Simmons here to bring you the action in tonight's game. And now Marty, how about the starting lineup?
All right, Ken, thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. Let's start with Port Huron Northern tonight. And on defense, a couple of youngsters. Number 4, Matt Zito, he is just a freshman. And number 14, Brian Murphy, he is just a sophomore. The forwards are Rod Fleet and Bill Truscott. The center, Paul Crouch. And in goal tonight, the junior Mike Lashbrook. For Port Huron High, back on defense, number 15, Sean Truskowski. He is a junior, and the other defenseman is Mike Bassett. He is a sophomore. On the right wing, Roger Fox, number 19, and on the left side, Tony Rembelski. And in the middle at center is John Keyser, and the goalie tonight, Nate Johnson, the senior.
Center for Big should be. That's all I know.
Well, this should be a good, hot, and heavy played game in this always rivalry teams here tonight, Marty, and especially with PH winning the last outing.
Yeah, that was in that Blue Water International Tournament just after Thanksgiving. Port Huron High winning 5-3, so Northern has a little incentive tonight. The revenge factor comes into play.
They're playing a lot better hockey now than they were at that point. This ought to be a good hockey game. Referees tonight are Bob Cook and Steve Emery, and referee Cook about ready to drop the puck to get action going here tonight. This will be the second meeting of these two teams. They'll be ending up meeting 4 or 5 times this year. Face-off with Big Reds winning a face-off, controlling it into the zone. Shooting it in was Fox. Now we got Brian Murphy with the puck for the Huskies. Gets it over to Zito. Zito dumps it into the zone. Gets intercepted by Bassett. He's taken into the corner by Fleet. Now we got a scramble for the puck in the corner. Prescott tries to get it back to Fleet, comes back to him, tries to get it out front. It's knocked away by Truskowski. Now we got a scramble in the corner again for it. Looks like we'll have a whistle and a face-off, and it looks like both teams are really going after each other, just starting off the game, Marty.
Northern right off the bat putting a lot of pressure on Porter and I very early. Coach Dale McCarroll's got to like that.
I'm sure both coaches told their kids to keep it clean and just play hard hockey tonight. Stay out of the penalty box.
Porter and I off to a pretty good start, 5-1. Porter on Northern has struggled a bit at, I believe, 3-3-1, but they're playing some good teams.
Face-off in the Big Red zone now, controlled by the Huskies. That's Jim Spatafor, backhands it behind the net for Hall. Now Todd Murphy gets it up for Big Reds. Redmond just has to go past his stick, and here comes the Big Reds out with it. He'll Hughley up for Hall into the corner. Murphy takes him into the boards. Now Hughley gets it back to Spatafor, takes a shot wide. Todd Murphy into the corner trying to get it up for Jacks. Gets knocked back in behind the net again as the Huskies having trouble getting it out of their zone. Now Redmond into the boards with it. He loses at the Hall. There's a shot by Spatafor, saved by Lashbrook. Back in again with puck out of the zone now. Big Red's trying to keep it in. It's knocked out by Hillman. Now Hills from the Big Red has it. He passes it up for Hall. It's wide open if he can get to the puck. He's knocked off the puck into the boards by Hillman. Hillman gets it up for Peterson, dumps it into the corner. Now Hills from the Big Reds trying to get it out of the zone. He gets it up for John Spatafor. Spatafor coming up the ice with it, just dumps it into the zone. Coming off the ice for a line change as the Big Reds change on the fly. Now he got Hinton from the Huskies with it. He gets it up for Sly. It's knocked back to center zone. Sly tried to get it up into the zone again. Now he's free with it, going in along the boards. Taken into the boards by Bassett and McIntyre. Now McIntyre gets it up for Payant. Payant tries to break free. Shoots the puck up the ice. Now Husky Zito back with it, trying to get a play set up. He gets it up for Goldfarb. Goldfarb to Redfield. Redfield takes a shot. It's deflected over the glass. And we'll have a whistle, and puck will be brought outside the zone.
Just one shot on goal in the early going. Earlier, Porter on Northern nearly got caught on the change.
Yeah, pretty close call. If Hall could have got to that puck, he would have had a wide open break on that one.
That's just a little bit too far for him.
The Huskies able to recover and knock him out of the play. Ready to face off in the Big Red zone. Got Kieser for the Big Reds and Redfield for the Huskies facing off here in the zone. Referee Cook trying to get the guys lined up here. Face off controlled by the Huskies. Comes over for Goldfarb. It's taken away by Dombrowski. Big Red's got it in Husky zone. Now here come the Huskies. There's Redfield with it. He's got Goldfarb with him. Tries to get free. Has to take the puck into the corner. Now he dumps it across for Brian Murphy. He gets knocked off the puck. Lembelski tries to clear it out of the zone, gets it back. Now here comes Bundy with it. He passes it up for Crouch as Bassett from the Big Reds keeps it in. Now there's a scramble for it. Fox comes up with it. He's knocked off the puck. Now Zito behind his net with it. Trying to hit the open man. Decides to dump it down the ice, take the pressure off. We'll have an icing call. And the puck will be brought back into the Husky zone. We've got 11:32 to go here in the first period. No score between the Port Huron Northern Huskies and the Port Huron High Big Reds. And Marty, both teams look like they're really putting a lot of hustle into it so far tonight.
Yeah, they are, especially Port Huron High here in the last couple of minutes, putting a lot of pressure on Port Huron Northern in their own zone. Not getting a lot of shots, but putting a lot of pressure on, waiting for that young Husky defense to make a mistake.
Big Reds control. There's a shot. Kept out by Lashbrook. That shot by Spatafor from the point. The rebound come out to Hughley, and Hughley just couldn't get the handle on it, get it over top, and Lashbrook able to keep it out of the net.
Well, what a great recovery by Lashbrook. the stellar performer for Portage Northern, the Lashbrook at 3-2-1 with a 2.61 goals against average, coming up with a big save there. And Coach Daryl McCarroll thinks he is definitely all-state material this year. Just a junior.
Hughley and Hill to face off there, controlled by the Huskies. Orr gets it up for Huskies, try to get it in the zone. Big Reds knock it out. Now Hall tries to get free. It's taken away from him by Jacks. He gets it over to Hill, knocks it into the corner. Now Spatafor tries to get it out of the zone, passes it up for his brother John. It's intercepted by Murphy and shot back into the zone. I've got scramble for the puck into the corner, trying to get the puck free. Finally comes free as Big Reds try to get it out of the zone. Hughley with it. He's trying to skate it up as he's interfered with by Jacks. Hughley still with the puck, going over along the boards. Another scramble for it. Now Hall gets it free and dumps it into the corner. There's Orr back for it. They're scrambling for the puck. Puck up to that corner. Backhand by Spatafor, and Lashbrook with the save again, and another super opportunity for the Big Reds.
Great chance for Spatafor. He almost made a spectacular play. Lashbrook equal to the task. That young Northern defense giving the puck up in their own zone. They've got to tighten up on that.
Spatafor making a dive for that puck and swinging while he was diving. Almost got it up over Lashbrook's shoulder. Face off in the northern zone. Puck over into the corner, and now we've got Drew Smith trying to get it out of the zone. He comes up the ice with it. He's got Peterson with him. Peterson dumps it. There's a shot by Sly. Saved by Johnston, and that was a good opportunity for Sly. There's that puck comes free to him. Now the puck back into the Husky zone. Into the corner of the scramble. We'll have a whistle and a face-off. And that's the best opportunity that the Huskies have had so far in the period.
Good save by Nate Johnson on the other end. Northern nearly caught Portage and I asleep there. The ball came, that puck came up a little funny off the boards there, right to the slot.
Funny, and Big Reds caught flat-footed there for a second. We'll have a face-off in the Husky zone. Scramble for the puck in the zone. Now it comes back. Bassett keeps it in. He gets it back for Rembelski. Now Keyser with it. He's trying to get open. It's taken away by Brian Murphy. Dumped out of the zone. Dumped back. Hitting in by Bassett. In behind the net now. Zito. He's trying to get free with it. He gets it up for Fleet. Over for Crouch. Crouch gets it out of the zone. It's taken away by Bassett again. Dumped back out as Crouch clears it into the Big Red zone, and cleared back out again and down the ice. And we'll have an icing call. The puck will be brought back into the Big Red zone with 9:21 left to go. Still no score here in tonight's high school hockey game between the Port Huron Northern Huskies and the Port Huron High Big Reds.
Portage and I early going out shooting Portage on Northern 3-1. Not a whole lot of shots. Some pretty good defense, but the shots have been good quality shots. 2 for Portage and High and 1 for Portage on Northern. Just haven't been able to connect. The goaltenders doing a good job.
Now we've got Hill and Hughley ready to face off in the Big Red zone. Hill brings the puck back for Redfield. It's knocked away by Hall. Tries to get out of the zone. It's kept in by Todd Murphy. Murphy back up with it to Redfield. Redfield trying to find the open man. Tries it over for Jackson. It's intercepted by Hall. He tries to pass it over for Hughley. Goes between his legs and out of the zone again. Now the Huskies with it. There's Hillman passing it up for Redfield. Taken away again by Hall. There's a shot just wide. Now the puck goes back of the net. Hughley tries to get it out front, and Lashbrook covers up, and we'll have another whistle in the Husky zone. And I don't know what's going on here tonight. It looks like both teams, once that puck goes behind their net, they kind of go flat. Both teams.
Not doing a good job, the defense, trying to clear that puck. Not doing a very good job at all right now. A little early, though. Maybe players a little nervous here, but they'll settle down.
They're both feeling each other out. And trying to get their lines juggled together here. Face off again. There's Hall with a shot, saved by Lashbrook. Rebound comes out of the zone. Now Hills with it. He clears it back into the zone again. Now Webb with the puck, bringing it out of the Husky zone. He passes it up for Sly. It's intercepted. Spatafor goes down. The puck comes into the zone. There's Hills taking Sly into the boards. Now we've got Hinton scrambling for the puck. He gets it up for Sly. And we've got the puck gloved ahead. We'll have a whistle and a face-off. And the puck will be brought outside of the Huskies, or the Big Red zone.
Another good opportunity there for the Big Reds. Just haven't been able to connect. Lashbrook doing a stellar job.
I would imagine both goalies are wide awake for this game.
Lashbrook we know is.
Yeah, he's been tested already. Face-off controlled by Hinton from the Huskies. He dumps it into the Big Red zone. Now Spatafor back with it. Jim passes it up for Fox. Fox tries to get it out of the zone. It's intercepted by Webb and shot back into the zone. Now Hills with the puck. It's taken away by Hinton. He tries to get it out front. It's knocked into the corner. Now Kieser with the puck trying to get it out of the zone. He's knocked off by Sly. Spatafor with it, just tries to dump it out. It's kept in by Drew Smith. He takes a shot. It's intercepted. Now here comes the Big Reds. 2-on-1. Pass from Kieser up for Fox. Goes past him. Puck into the boards now. Now here comes Sly from the Huskies, bringing it out of the zone. Takes a shot. It's knocked away by Hills. Rimbelski gets it up for Kieser. Now he passes it up for Fox. Big Reds come into the zone. Fox is taken off into the boards. Now Rimbelski trying to keep it in. Now Zito comes up with it. He passes it up for Truscott. Goes past him, and the Big Reds knock it back in again. Now there's Fleet with it, dumping it into the Big Red zone. As Bassett comes back, it's intercepted. A shot by Zito, knocked away by the Big Reds. Truskowski got his leg in front of that puck and kept that shot from going on goal, and it was a super play by Rimbelski.
Sean Truskowski on defense, doing the job, getting down and blocking the shot. Just 5'11", 175. He's going to feel that one for a little while.
Super opportunity for Zito to have that puck come free like that, wide open shot, and Truskowski able to get in front of it and block it. We'll have face-off outside the Big Red zone. We got Hill and Hughley again. Easy for me to say. Big Red's trying to control the puck. Truskowski dumps it into the Huskies zone. Now Brian Murphy's with it. He clears it out. Bassett intercept, tries to shoot it back in. It goes off Hughley's leg. Back into the Big Red zone. Hill tries to get it out front, knocked away by Hughley. Now Truskowski with it. He's taken into the boards by Jex. Puck comes free. Truskowski again trying to get it out of the zone. Now Jex with it. He passes it over for Redfield. And the puck's knocked away over into the corner. Now Big Reds, Spatafor trying to get it out of the zone, gets it for Hall. There's a shot deflected wide. Hall with the puck again, tries to get it out front. It's intercepted by Hills and knocked back in behind the net. Now there's a scramble around the net for it. Puck comes free. Spatafor the shot, and Lashbrook again covers up, makes a save, and we'll have a face-off in the Huskies zone.
Spatafor with an almost look what I found goal as that puck squirted out from underneath Lashbrook, but Mike, very alert in net, comes up with another big save. He's, I think, single-handedly keeping the Huskies in this hockey game.
Puck took a funny bunch and they're scrambling there around the net and come right out to John, and not able to get it past him. Now we got Pionk with the puck. He tries to get a shot off. It's intercepted by Drew Smith and shot down the ice. Big Reds clear it out of the zone. Hills with the puck. Hits it to Pionk. Pionk over for Ward. He misses a shot, and the Huskies bring it back into the zone. Goldfarb dumps it in behind the net. Now Bundy with it, tries to get it open. Puck goes off into the corner. Jim Spatafor clears it out of the zone. Now we got Webb going back for it. He's trying to find an open man. He gets it up for Sly. Sly gives it to Hinton. There's a shot goes just wide. What a shot by Hinton. Just wide of the net. Now the Big Reds bringing it back out of the zone again. It's intercepted by the Huskies. We got Redfield with it. He's a chance for him. It's deflected by Jim Spatafor into the corner. Cleared in front again and intercepted by Spatafor and dumped out. Spatafor playing a good game. That's Jim Spatafor. Now McIntyre tries to clear it behind the net, and it's dumped up over the glass, and we'll have a whistle and a face-off again inside the Big Red zone. And you can't say both teams aren't hustling tonight, Marty.
No, they're not. Jim Spatafor with a lot of hustle 2 different times, coming up with some good defensive plays. Hats off to him, doing a fine job back there on defense.
Neither team able to take advantage of any of their scoring opportunities so far. Still no score with 4:42 left to go here in the first period. Face off in the Big Red zone. It's cleared out by Rimbelski. Huskies trying to get it free. It's intercepted again. Now Truskowski tries to pass it up. It's intercepted by Truscott. Truscott with an opportunity. The puck goes by a stick. He centers it out front. It's knocked away by Bassett. Now here comes the Big Reds out of the zone. Fox with the puck. He's got a man with him. Huskies with 3 men back. Fox tries to center it. As Rimbelski comes up with it. He tries to get it across. There's a backhand by Fox wide. And Lashbrook smartly comes out and covers that puck up to take the pressure off, and we'll have a face-off in the Husky zone.
Spatafor all alone. Northern defense not able to take him out, losing sight of him. Nearly came up with a goal to complement his play on the defensive end.
Face off now in the Husky zone. We got Hughley and Hill out there. Hill gets the puck back for Zito. Zito behind his own net, waiting for everybody to get into position. Now he comes out with it. He passes it up for Jex. It's intercepted by Jim Spatafor. Now the Huskies clear it back into the zone again as Matt Fair tries to clear it out. It's taken away by Hill. And Nate Johnson covers it up, and we'll have a face-off in the Big Red zone.
Following this game will be another high school hockey game, essentially a doubleheader. The Elk and Muskrats are playing host to Whitehall High School.
Portier and I out shooting Portier Northern right now, 5-1.
Face off in the Big Red zone. Hills knocks the puck in behind the net. Now Spatafor tries to clear it out of the zone and does, as Hillman from the Huskies dumps it back in. Now Matt Fair tries to get it out. It's trying to keep it in. Matt takes it away, and here's Hall with it now. He tries to pass it out front for Spatafor. Spatafor back, and he's taken out of the play, and what a play that was by Zito to tie Hall up, keep him from getting that puck in the net. Spatafor cleared it across. Now Zito with it again. He clears it out of the zone. The icing's waved off as it went off Hughley's leg. Now Fair with the puck. He passes it up for Spatafor. Spatafor dumps it into the zone. Lashbrook steers it over into the corner. Now Drew Smith with the puck. He gets it up for Sly, and here comes the Huskies. Sly gets around Spatafor, tries to get through. He's knocked down off the puck. It goes off into the corner. Now we've got Spatafor and Sly over there hitting in to try and help out Hughley. The puck comes along the boards. Spatafor trying to get it free. He's taken into the boards again by Peterson. Now the puck scrambling, and Hughley comes out with it. And here comes the Big Red. Spatafor fakes a shot, tries to get around Smith, and Smith takes him off. As Lashbrook comes out and clears it back out. Now he got hit with it. He's taken off. Puck by Fair, and got a whistle, the offside call. The puck will be brought out of the zone.
Doug Peterson of Portier Northern, number 17, not making very many friends on the Portier high side over there.
Yeah, and Matt Fair in there scrambling along the boards trying to keep that puck out of his zone. Doing a good job. Huskies trying to control the face-off. Rod Fleet goes in, knocks the puck into the corner. Here he goes in against Koskowski with it. Now Crouch in there to help him. He tries to clear it out front. Now McIntyre tries to get it out. It's knocked back into the corner again. Fleet and Truskowski scramble for it. McIntyre now comes up with it. He tries to get it up for Wetzel. It's taken away. There's a shot by Orr that goes wide. Now Baylor just shoots the puck out of the zone. We've got an icing call. The puck will be brought back into the big red zone. 1:40 left to go here in the first period. Still no score.
Can't complain, plenty of action. A lot of good chances, especially for Porter and I.
Both teams hustling as hard as they can, not wanting to give the other team an advantage. We got a face-off in the Husky zone. We've got Hinton and Kieser in there. Kieser gets the puck back for Spatafor. He passes it around for Fox. The Big Reds break out of the zone. Fox up to Kieser. Now Lashbrook comes out, knocks the puck out. Rumbelski comes up with it. He's taken off. Puck by Murphy. Now Hinton tries to get it over for Goldfarb. And here come the Big Reds breaking out. Rumbelski now from Kieser, trying to get somebody in to help him with the puck. Tries to clear it into the zone. It's knocked out by the Huskies, and we'll have a whistle as the puck goes up over the glass.
Number 12, Jeff Bundy, looking for a call. Not going to get it.
I thought he was hooked a little bit there, and we got a whistle as the puck went up over the glass.
Dumped along the boards. That would have given Northern the first power play opportunity of the night, but not to be.
Face-off now just at the top of the circle in the big red zone. Comes back for Hillman. He takes a shot that goes wide. Now Todd Murphy gets it up for Jackson. Gets it over for Hill. It's poked away by Bassett. Huskies able to keep it into the zone. Bassett trying to get it out as Hill knocks it into the corner. Now Hill comes up with it. He gets it back for Jex. He's trying to get it out front. It's taken away by Truskowski. Now Hill with the puck again, tries to get it over for Redfield. It's knocked away by Hughley. Now the puck back into the corner again. Truskowski tries to get it out. He gets it around. Redfield intercepts it. A lot of scrambling around, and Hughley goes to dump the puck out. It goes over the glass with 21 seconds left to go in the period. We'll have a face-off in the big red zone.
Northern doing a good job of forechecking, keeping the pressure on. It seems like they've controlled the tempo here in the last couple, 3 minutes.
Northern able to put the pressure on, not able to get off a good shot. Both teams playing a super defensive hockey game tonight. Face off in the zone. We got Hinton and Kieser again. Kieser gets it back for Spatafor. He backs it around for Fox. Fox is knocked off the puck by Truscott. Correction, that was Peterson. Now the Big Reds just clear it out of the zone and down the ice. The icing's waved off. Brian Murphy with the puck. He's knocked off the puck by Rumbelski, and that's the end of the first period, ladies and gentlemen, in tonight's high school hockey game between the Four-Yard Northern Huskies and the Four-Yard High Big Reds. There's still no score.
Well, number 19, Roger Fox, got the stick caught in his skate, and it happened to be Doug Peterson, who earlier had a heavy hit over on the far boards. Porter and I out shooting Porter Northern in that first period 5-1.
Got a little break in the action here. I think, Marty, that first period, both teams just scrambling like heck to trying to get the advantage over the other, and both of them playing a super defensive game.
Yeah, earlier on it was Porter High controlling the tempo, putting all kinds of pressure on Porter Northern, and that young and Northern defense almost collapsed a couple of times, but leave it to Mike Lashbrook to come up with some big saves. And then here in the last couple, 3 minutes, it was Portage High controlling the tempo and forechecking well, putting the pressure on, but neither team able to come up with a goal. Kind of surprising since the first time they met, the teams combined for 8 goals.
Yeah, been kind of a tight game. Looks like both teams playing more defensive than offensive. I would imagine Coach McCarroll from the Huskies and Coach Miller from the Big Reds both telling their guys they got to loosen up a little bit and try and get more opportunities here to score in the second period.
We may see a little more wide open brand of hockey here in the second period. Portage and I certainly had their chances in that first period, but Mike Lashbrook came up with the big saves, and that's the difference right now.
At this point. Well, we're about ready for action here in the second period, ladies and gentlemen. Referee Steve Emery out there ready to drop the puck. Looks like we've got Hinton and Hughley out there ready to face off to start the second period action. And here we go as the Big Reds control the face-off. Hills dumps it into the Huskies zone. Now Drew Smith back with it. He's trying to find the open man. Just dumps the puck up for Sly. It's intercepted by Spatafor and shot back into the zone again. Now Webb tries to get it over the zone. He gets it up for Hinton. There's a race for it as we've got a penalty call coming up to, I believe it's number 10 from the Huskies, Jason Hills, going off for interference here with 14:30 left to go in the second period. Now the Huskies with the one-man advantage, the power play advantage here in the first one of the game, Marty.
That's right. Mike Sly set that up. He put on a burst of speed there at the end, making a quick rush towards that puck that was loose in front of goalie Nate Johnston, and Hillis had no choice but to take him out. He didn't want to take a chance of giving up the goal.
So the Huskies with a man advantage here for the next 2 minutes. Going to try and take advantage of this and get a puck past Johnston. Face-off control by the Huskies. There's a shot by Brian Murphy that's deflected up over the glass. Puck will be brought out of the zone, and we'll have a face-off just outside the zone.
Number 10, Jason Hills. 2 minutes for interference. Final penalty, 30 seconds. Second period.
Huskies able to control that face-off and try and get an opportunity. The puck was deflected out. Now the puck's cleared into the Husky zone off the face-off by Kieser. Brian Murphy with the puck. He's trying to get it out of the zone. He passes it up for Crouch, who leaves it for Hills. Hills brings it into the zone. He's got Redfield and Jex with him. He leaves it back for Murphy. Murphy tries to get it up to Crouch. He's taken off the puck by Hall. Now Hill tries to get it out. Hit Crouch with it, goes behind him and comes out of the zone. The Huskies will have to reorganize. Now Murphy over to Crouch, Crouch to Hills. Murphy trying to bring it up into the zone, just dumps it in now. Big Red's trying to get the puck out of their zone. Truskowski tries to clear it out, and Kieser now it's kept in by Sly. He's taken off the puck. And puck is shot and deflected, and Bassett trying to clear it out of the zone. Deflected up into the crowd, and we'll have another face-off in the Big Red zone. There's 1:07 left to go in the penalty, so the Big Reds have been able to keep the pressure off so far, Marty, in this power play.
It's not so much the Big Reds, but Portage Northern not set up in the right positions, I feel, on the power play where they want to be. We saw the pass over here to the near point, and no one was there. And Portage Northern had to go back and regroup. They got to get organized here.
Face off now outside the Big Red zone, controlled by the Big Reds. Truskowski dumps it into the zone. Now Hinton back for it behind his net, waiting for everybody to get in position. He comes out with it, passes it over for Todd Murphy. Murphy up for Sly. Sly's bringing it into the zone. There's a shot deflected by Prescott. Was deflected, still in the Big Red zone. Now Sly in the corner with it. He's in there with Bassett. Puck comes back to Murphy, and he takes a shot. It's deflected into the corner. Now Prescott gets it over for Sly. Sly behind the net, trying to find an open man. Gives it back for Murphy. He shoots it in. Oh, what a save that was by Johnston on a screen shot. Murphy with a good wrist shot. And the puck's cleared out of the zone by the Big Reds. Just about 5 seconds left to go in the penalty. Huskies hustling it up the zone, trying to get one more chance at it. Redfield with it. Goes in behind the net, tries to dump it out front. Can't get loose. He's taken off the puck by Fair. Fair trying to get it out of the zone now as the penalty expires. Both teams playing equal again. Then we got Rembelski and Fair in the corner trying to get it out of the zone. Rembelski backhands it out of the zone, takes the pressure off. Now we've got a race for it. Zito comes up with it. He's in behind his net waiting for everybody to get into position. Now he gives it to Hinton. Hinton bring it up out of the zone. And he dumps it into the corner as the Huskies trying to change lines. Puck comes out and Murphy not able to keep it in. Now Zito with it. Trying to reorganize here, find the open man. He gives it up for Fleet. Fleet dumps it in towards the net. And Johnston clears it in behind the boards. Now Ward tries to clear it out of the zone. He gets it up for McIntyre. McIntyre dumps it down the ice. Icing's waved off. Race for it now. Murphy trying to get it out of the zone. He's taken into the boards by Wetzel. Puck comes up to Ward. He gets it back for Fair. There's a shot deflected behind the net. We've got another penalty coming up here. Looks like it's going to be on the Huskies. Delayed penalty. Got an interference call coming to the Huskies. I don't know. I think you called that on Brian Murphy, wasn't it?
I believe Steve Hill is going off. No, I think you're right. It is Murphy that's going off. I thought
Brian Murphy going off for 2 minutes. That'll give the Big Reds their first power play opportunity tonight. Have a man advantage for the next 2 minutes.
Husky penalty number 14, Brian Murphy.
Puck controlled in the Husky zone by the Big Reds. Hall trying to get it back for Bassett. Bassett has to win against Crouch to keep it in. Now Hall's with the puck again. He's getting free. Takes a shot. There's a rebound. And the Huskies cleared out of the zone, and that was a super opportunity for the Big Reds. Now they've got to regroup again. Hall tries to get it out. He's taken into the boards by Crouch. Crouch doing a super job keeping it in there. Now Bassett gets it up for Hall again as the Big Reds come into the Husky zone. Hall gives it for Hughley back over to Hall again. Trying to get a man open. He tries to get it out front. It's intercepted by Webb. Now Hall with the puck again, passes it for Bassett. There's a wrist shot. It's knocked away into the boards. Now Hughley back for Keyser. Keyser trying to find an open man. Huskies doing a super job so far, not getting anybody open. Now Hall with it. He gets it up for Bassett. Bassett has to take it on the backhand. Big Red's trying to clear it out of the zone. Crouch trying to get it along the boards, and he freezes it. We'll have a whistle and a face-off in the Husky zone. And the Huskies doing a super job so far in this power play.
Well, they nearly gave up a goal there on that one opportunity. Lashbrook came up with the big save. But as you mentioned, the Northern doing a good job on defense. Although they're giving up a lot of, not very many shots. They're good quality shots for 40 on high, but Lashbrook's sensational.
Face-off comes out of the Husky zone now. The Big Reds having to clear it back in. Spatafor with it. He dumps it into the corner. Now there's a race for it. Now Hillman comes up with it, tries to get it out of the zone and does. Hills has the puck off his skate over to Spatafor. Spatafor trying to get it up there now. It hits Hughley and comes back out again as Spatafor clears it back into the zone. Race for the puck. Kieser and Hillman in after it. Kieser comes up with it. He drops it back for Hall. Back up to Kieser. He's knocked off the puck by Sly. Comes back with it again, back to Spatafor. He clears it in front, and Hillman clears it out and down the ice. And that'll just about do it on this power play, as the Huskies doing a super job keeping that puck out of the net. The penalty now expired. Both teams are equal now. Huskies trying to regroup, and the puck comes over the glass, and we'll have a whistle on a face-off. We've got 8:51 to go left in the second period, and still no score. And Marty, it looks like whoever gets the first break is going to get advantage here.
Well, each team has had a break so far with the power play opportunities, and neither able to capitalize. And if I walked in here earlier today and asked you and told you that in the second period with 8:51 to go there's going to be no score, you would have probably laughed at me.
I would have laughed at you, sure. I thought this was going to be a higher scoring game than what it is. Both teams playing real tight defensive games. Face-off's controlled by the Huskies. Zito passes it up for Jacks. He leaves it for Hills. There's a shot. Johnson clears it. Now Redfield with it as the net comes off its moorings. We'll have a whistle and a face-off in the Husky zone.
Two goaltenders tonight doing a fine job. Nate Johnston in goal. He's faced a couple of good shots. Mike Lashbrook has faced about 5 quality shots within 10 feet, and he's come up big too. And again, Lashbrook definitely all-state material this year.
Face-off now in the Big Red zone. Huskies controlling it. Cleared in behind the net is Steve Hill. He's taken off the boards by Bassett. There's Redfield, a shot saved by Johnston and cleared out of the zone by McIntyre. Now Zito with it in the Husky zone. He passes up for Hill. Now Hill gives it to Jackson. We've got an offside call. Puck will be brought back out of the zone as Redfield got in ahead of Jackson on that play. A little bit anxious.
A little close. It was close, but it was a good call. Had an opportunity there, and as you mentioned, just a little anxious. This first goal is going to be big.
Face-off controlled by the Huskies. Now Orr gets it over for Todd Murphy. Murphy dumps it into the Big Red zone. Johnston comes out behind the net. He leaves it for Truskowski. It's intercepted. There's a shot scored by Sly. And he took that puck away and broke in and scored. Marty, what a chance that was.
Great pass by Keith Hinton. Right to Sly, put it up in the upper corner, over the shoulder of Nate Johnston. He didn't have a chance on that one.
Huskies taking advantage, and that could be a big goal for the Huskies here. With 8:02 left to go in the second period. Sly from Hinton as Hinton took that puck away. Got to hit Sly out in the open, and Sly took advantage of it.
It's kind of ironic that Northern would get the first goal after Lashbrook making so many saves for them in goal. Porter and I getting the better shots, except for that one.
Well, Sly able to take advantage of that opportunity as the defense let down a little bit for the Big Reds. We're ready to face off against center ice. The puck's controlled now by the Huskies. Todd Murphy with it. He gets it up to Hinton. Hinton up for Sly again. Puck goes over his stick up into the corner. There's a race for it. Now Fair tries to get it out. It's intercepted by Peterson. Peterson gives it to Hinton. Back to Peterson. There's an opportunity. It's knocked away. Hinton with a shot. Hits Truscott in the back. Correction, that was Peterson. He hit in the back with it. The puck's cleared out of the Big Red zone. Now Orr goes back. He passes it back up for Sly as he dumps it in as the Big Reds and the Huskies trying to make a change. Now Fair takes the puck away from Prescott, and the Big Reds clear it out of the zone as Jim Spatafor clears it out of the zone. We'll have an icing call. Puck will be brought back into the Big Red zone.
That scoring play for Northern. Sly from Hinton. That Sly's 8th of the season at 6:58 of the second. I believe, what, Hillman got an assist on that as
Orr.
well? Oh, Orr got the
Orr got
assist.
an assist as well on that.
Catch
yeah.
that, okay. So Orr Hinton with the assist, Sly with the goal, his 8th of the season, 6:58 of the second.
Face off in the big red zone. We've got Crouch and Hughley ready to go at it here. Crouch wins the face off. He gets it back for Drew Smith. Now the puck's dumped into the corner. Bassett with it. Tries to get it out. It's intercepted by Crouch. He passes it across for Fleet as Fleet's knocked off the puck. Now the big red's trying to get it out of the zone. Bassett gets it up for Spatafor. Spatafor drops it back for Hughley. He's knocked off the puck. Drew Smith tries to get it out. Kept in by Bassett. Now Hall with it. Passes it across, and the Huskies Webb clears it out of the zone. It's dumped back in again by Truskowski. Now Spatafor with it. He dumps it around in behind the boards. It's intercepted by Crouch. He dumps it back. Hall intercepts it. He's trying to get it out front. He's knocked off the puck by Crouch. Hinton tries to get it out of the zone. Puck still off into the corner. Spatafor centers it. What an opportunity for Hughley. Puck went over his stick into the corner, back out front again. Intercepted by Crouch, brought back in behind the net. Now Hughley with it, trying to get it open again. He's taken into the boards by Crouch. Now Spatafor backhands it over for Ward. He's knocked off the puck, and here come the Huskies out of the zone. Redfield just dumps it out as the Huskies trying to change on the fly. Puck comes free again, and now Brian Murphy tries to keep it out of the zone. It's shot back in by Hughley. Lashbrook with a save. Now Zito clears it out of the zone. Bassett dumps it back up again. Zito intercepts it, brings it back in again. And we've got a whistle and a face-off as there's an offsides, as the Huskies caught offside there with 5:35 left to go in tonight's hockey game. Score now 1-0 in favor of the Port Huron Northern Huskies.
Saw a matchup in front of Lashbrook a couple of seconds earlier. Jamie Webb and Eric Hughley going at it in front of the net. Hughley goes 6'2", 230. Webb just 6 foot and 150. And he couldn't push the big Hughley out of the way.
Face-off controlled by the Huskies. Zito gets it up for Hill. It's knocked away now. Brian Murphy trying to get it up. It's intercepted by McIntyre. McIntyre coming in. He dumps it over for Pionk. It's intercepted by Hills. Steve Hill trying to clear it out of the zone. Now we've got Ward and McIntyre and for the Big Reds and Jackson and Zito for the Huskies trying to get it out of the zone now. There's Murphy with it. Trying to get it out as the puck pinned into the boards. Now Redfield comes up with it. He tries to get it out of the zone. He's coming across into the zone. It's beautiful poke check by Hills, number 10, Jason Hill. Beautiful poke check to take that opportunity away from the Huskies. Now we've got Jax with a puck. He's taken into the boards by Spatafor. Redfield trying to get it around behind the net. A lot of action here in the late part of the second period. Both teams really scrambling, trying to get that puck in the net. Now Hills with the puck. He passes it up for McIntyre. Fox trying to keep it into the zone. It's dumped out by Hillman. Now Murphy with the puck into the corner gives it up for Hinton. He tries to pass it across. It's intercepted by Keyser. Rembelski tries to get it back up to Keyser. Both teams really scrambling here, trying to get an opportunity to score. Now there's Fox with an opportunity. He's knocked off the puck. The slide tries to bring the puck in. He's knocked into the boards by Keyser. A lot of heavy action here. Now Hinton with the puck trying to get it out of the zone. Gets around Fox. He passes it up for Sly, and here come the Huskies. Now Sly's knocked off the puck by Rembelski. As Spatafor comes up with the puck and dumps it back into the Huskies zone. Now Drew Smith from the Huskies with it, trying to find an open man. He gives it up for Crouch. Knocked away by Hall. Puck in behind the net. Looking for an open man. Tries to get it out front. Webb keeps it back there. Now Hall's again. There's an opportunity. Shot saved by Lashbrook. A lot of scramble in front of the net. Puck over into the corner again. As the Huskies just come out, cleared down the zone. Johnson has to make a save with it. He comes back for Spatafor. Spatafor dumps it out of the zone. Here's Hall with it. He's got Hughley with him. Hall with a chance now. Shot Oh, beautiful save by Lashbrook. It just got a glove on it, knocked it off into the corner. Now the Huskies coming back into the zone. We've got Prescott going into the corner with Kreskowski. As Jex tries to get it out front, it's knocked in behind the net. Now Jex with the puck again, passing across the hill, they score! What a play that was by Jex. The puck was in behind the net. Now we've got some scrambling around here. What a super play by the Huskies on that goal, Marty.
Bassett a little frustrated just before Sly scored. Bassett leveled him, or check that, just before Hill scored. Bassett leveled him right in front of the net, and then the puck came right off the hill and he scored. And so Bassett a little frustrated. Hill saying a couple of words to Bassett to get him going, but Bassett just leveled Hill right in front of the net, and then Hill scored, and kind of in your face, and that got Bassett set off.
That was quite a play as Jack's scrambling for that puck in behind the net and got out there and hit Steve Hill, who was wide open, and just tucked that puck up into the corner. Now the Huskies with a 2-goal lead here with 2:33 left to go in the second period. Looked like we got Bassett for the Big Reds, and I can't see the number of the Husky player that's going off the ice. Got 2 penalties. Looks like roughing minors coming up. We'll find out who that is and get it to you.
It's going to be devastating for Porter and I. Earlier, they put all kinds of pressure on Lashbrook, nearly scored at the other end, and then Northern comes back and scores right after that, and they're up 2 goals.
Both teams really hustling tonight, and Huskies so far able to take advantage of the opportunities they've had.
Well, Hill gets the goal from Jex and Truscott. That's Hill's 6th of the season. That comes at 12:27 of the second period.
Zito and Bassett both going off for the roughing calls here in the second period. Be 4 against 4 on the ice, actually 5 against 5 with the goalies. A little bit of skating room here. Maybe, I don't know if we can get a whole lot more action, but maybe we can see some more action here.
Things were opening up there, and both teams back and forth. It looked like vintage Porter High, Porter Northern hockey. Porter High really in a bind right now, down 2 goals with Mike Lashbrook in goal for Porter Northern, doing a sensational job tonight.
I think they're going to really be scrambling to put a puck in the net now. They don't want to go off in the end of the second period and the break in the action down 2-0 here.
So the Big Reds taking a lot of chances now, and Porter Northern may be able to squirt a puck out and get a breakaway.
Face off at center ice, Hughley and Redfield there with it. Now Jex comes up with the puck. It's knocked away by Spatafor. Now Murphy comes in, he takes a shot, saved by Johnston. Hills tries to get it out of the zone. Finally Hughley gets it out, now Redfield with it. He's trying to get organized here. He gives it for Orr. Orr tries to get it back to him. It goes behind him back into the corner. Huskies trying to set up now. Redfield trying to get it out of the zone. He shoots it up for Jex too far, and Spatafor clears it back into the Husky zone again. Now Todd Murphy gets it up for Redfield. He dumps it into the Husky zone as Jason Hills brings it out. Lots of room to skate with them guys in the box. He fakes a shot, tries to get around Murphy. He takes a shot anyway. It goes off Hillman's skate into the corner. Now Hillman gets it up for Hinton. Hinton got Sly with him. He drops it back. Sly with the opportunity. Gets around shot. What a save by Johnston. Just got enough glove on that puck to knock it off into the corner. Now the Huskies trying to get it out again. A shot up front. Scores! Hinton from Sly. Sly did a super job scrambling that puck behind the net. Got it out to Hinton wide open. And now we've got a 3-0 score in favor of the Porter Northern Huskies.
With Sly an A for effort, missed on the first, kept with the puck, circled around the net, and set Hinton up for the score. But Hinton getting the goal, Sly certainly gets the A for effort on that one. He really set that one up. Beautiful play.
We've got just 1:20 left to go here in the second period. Tonight's high school hockey game between the Port Huron Northern Huskies and the Port Huron High Big Reds. Port Huron Northern Huskies now with a 3-0 advantage. And the Big Reds are going to have to start putting it together here, Marty.
Yeah, start putting some pressure now, bringing the defenseman in. Out to the point. Taking more chances, trailing 3-0.
We're back to action again as the Huskies control the faceoff. Try to get it up into the Big Red zone. Matt Fair dumps it out. Now Brian Murphy clears it out for Peterson, then over the hill. It's intercepted by Kieser. Kieser coming into the zone, trying to find the open man. There's Fair with a shot, saved by Lashbrook. Hillman tries to clear it out. Puck's kept into the zone. Now it comes back out of the zone, and Big Red's got to clear it. Now Brian Murphy with the puck. He's coming up the ice with it. He's got Hill with him. Hill goes off the ice as Brian brings it in. He's knocked off the puck by Hills. And we've got a whistle. We'll have a face-off here in the Big Red zone with just 32 seconds left to go in the second period.
Hinton gets the goal from Slide, 13:40 of the second, so the two leading goal scorers for Port Huron Northern team up on that one. Both Hinton and Sly with 8 goals. Sly, of course, scoring earlier here in the second period.
Face off just outside the Big Red zone. We've got Redfield and Hughley out there. There's a scramble for the puck. We've got a whistle. Looks like we're going to have some penalties coming up here. Looks like Hughley and Redfield both going off. I don't know what that was all about. We'll try and find out. Both Hughley and Redfield going off for 2 minutes, so they'll start this third period in the penalty box. We'll have to wait for the officials to let us know what that was all about.
Yeah, not really sure what happened there.
Unless he called roughing on both of them or unsportsmanlike, I don't know. Both got the slashing call. That was Hughley and Redfield. Hughley from the Big Reds and Redfield from the Huskies. Both getting a slashing call here with just 32 seconds left to go. Now Drew Smith trying to get the puck out of the zone. He dumps it up into the Big Red zone. Chase for it. Now Sly comes up with it. He backhands it in. It's almost a beautiful scoring opportunity again. The Huskies almost had another opportunity. That's the end of the second period, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a break in the action. We'll be back to bring you the wrap-up of the second period and the start of the third period in just a few minutes.